Greetings, everybody. Hey, this is Jim, and it just sounds like I don't live in a tin can anymore. Have you noticed? Well, that's because I made a few tweaks, and at the expense of some frame rate, but that's okay. We're just going over board games. It shouldn't be a problem. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Speaking of comments, one of the best ones that I get a lot of is, hey, what's that cool program you're using to do this on? It looks pretty slick. And they'd be right, because it's called Tabletop Simulator, and it's available on Steam for under $20. I highly suggest you get it. A lot of great games on there that you can play with your friends online. But here's some of the greatest news about this right now. As we all know, Steve Jackson is giving away Melee for free for everybody to play. And if you don't know that, well, look at the description below, hit that link, and get it. I mean, grab it. You know, it's for you for right now. But there's more. Actually, Steve knows about my work on these videos and stuff like that. And we talked, and I said, hey, since you're giving away Melee, I've got everything on Melee on one of the tables that I use. Why don't I just spruce that up and just give that away for free also? I'll just set it up. And he said, not only should you do that, you should give it away at FnordCon this weekend, the online Steve Jackson Games Convention, since they're replacing the physical one, right? So 8 o'clock on Friday, Central Standard Time, I will be in a panel for online tabletop gaming, and I will release this. So you get to play this game. You have to have Tabletop Simulator, mind you. Okay, you still have to buy the program, but you will be able to get this for free when I release it on Friday, 8 o'clock at night. So what this video is going to be a primer about how to use the program. It's not hard. It's just a few keystrokes. It's real simple. So let's just get right down to it. First off, you go right up here to the notebook, and it'll give you a list of everything that you can do. I mean, there's more to do than this, but this is the basics of what I do, okay? If you do any more power user stuff, you can. But this is the basics, so just in case you forget, or you don't listen to this entire video or whatever. But here we go. Moving around, it's WASD, and moving in on the scroll is scroll mouse. Moving out on the scroll mouse, simple enough. Dragging and dropping pieces is just picking them up and moving them. Now, facing is important, though, so what do you do there? Well, you hit Q twice to go left, and you hit E twice to go right. Simple as that. Hit F, you flip them over to their dead side. Okay, so let's go over to the character sheets here. Now, you hit F to flip them over as well, just in case you don't want to see their ugly dead mugs. Get confused, and you'll notice that I've used these little dials for strength, but I just thought now about making them for dexterity too, for adjusted dexterity. Why not? So all you got to do is click them, left click to go up, right click to go down. Simple as that. How hard can it be? And you'll notice a little coin here I put for whatever purpose you want. You hit R to roll, not F to flip, because all it'll do is automatically flip. You know, heads or tails becomes kind of easy there. You hit R and then it'll flip it up. It'll flip it around. All right, that's how you do that. Now over here we have the infinity bags. All right, basically you just drag what you need off of them, and there's no end in sight to them. You can just keep on getting them all. And to get rid of anything, you just select it either singly or as a group and hit delete, and there you go. And over here is the rule set. You just pop it out to the screen on the upper left of this little box here, which contains the rules of Melee, the full thing. It's all right there for you, and you can still be playing right here, going over your characters and seeing if you got it all right. So that's nice. Now, of course, I do have dice here. They're in infinity bags, and you can just drag them and drop them where you need. Like here's the white ones and here's the black ones, and you can just drop them. But the easiest way to get more dice is actually just hit Control C, Control V, like text, and boom, there you got more dice all of a sudden. All right, just Control C and Control V, and there you go, more dice. So now let's go over to these onesie bags here. Now, basically, these are not infinity bags. There's just one of everything in there. You right-click, hit search, and there you go, and you just drag what you need out of them. Now, mind you, there's only one of each of these, so you're going to want to make sure you copy if you want more of them, okay? And you can put some back if you want. And the nice thing here is, like the volcanic pieces and all that, they snap right to the grid. There's a grid underlying grid underneath all of this, and basically you can just move them around, and they snap to place pretty easy. Now, you might have seen me do this, though, I haven't locked them in sometimes, and you've seen all my videos where I just kind of accidentally get some of them in and hit R to roll, and it looks like the whole earth's shaking, right? So how do you lock them in? Well, you just select what you want to lock, or just right-click directly on it. Right-click, hit toggles, go to lock, bam, it's locked. Now I can roll the dice with ease. Simple enough. All right. So what else is there? Oh yeah, the other bags. Okay, there's 10 other bags, 5 to a side. These are the green bags. These are the blue bags, and I say they're green and blue because if you look on the tabletop here, you can see on the corner, the edges, they have red and green nomenclature. Okay, and the reason is because when you're getting fisticuffs really close, it can be easy to lose your people because the people, figures have the same kind of ink to them, right? So I make sure there's something on the side. So anyway, on the side here, I gotta hit. There we go. More music. Want more? Can you guess what music that is? By the way, I want to know. And I've been playing different kinds of music in the background for all my videos. I wonder if you can guess which one this is. You 1980s, 90s aficionados. Let's see what you know about your swords and sorcery. Anyway, so to get these out, we right click, search, and I've made character sheets for every figure in the game. Okay, you just hover over them and it'll get a little bigger so you can see what they got. They're all 32-point characters. They're not all optimal, but they should all be legal. I have made mistakes, mind you. I've already been told that a guy with a two-handed sword can't wield a shield, and he'd be right. And I fixed that one. But if you see anything that's off, let me know. All right, and of course, I suggest you go to get the character cards first before you get the figures. That way, it's just a lot easier to, because it's a lot easier to do that rather than pick a guy that you want and then go back here and try to look for him because this character sheets, the characters are a lot smaller. Then we got the creature cards, of course, wolves, bears, and snakes and gargoyles, and then we got the figures right here. And like I said, there's a grid that everything snaps to. The one exception is the ogres. Basically, you got to give them a little love, and just point them in the right direction, and they'll fit easy enough without too much work. So it's not that bad. All right, and then finally, the last bag is the weapons. So basically, you drop a weapon for hand-to-hand, or you're just dropping a weapon because you're a klutz. And basically, there they all are. And the last thing we got to talk about, oh, one more thing about moving the board. If you hold the right button on your mouse and then move around, you can kind of do all this kind of whoop-de-woo with it, and that's okay. Now, the last thing I got to talk about is camera angles. There are 8 presets that I've set, and 1 free in the middle for you guys to use for whatever you want. You could overwrite mine if you wish, but mine is pretty standard. Shift 1 through Shift 4 is all about the player 1's point of view, and Shift 6 through 9 is for player 2's point of view. So let's go over them. Shift 1 or Shift 5 will just bring up the board from your point of view. Shift 2 and Shift 7, it's Shift 1 and Shift 6 is the board. Shift 2 and Shift 7 is your characters. Shift 3 and Shift 8 is your opponent's characters. Shift 4 and Shift 9 is the bird's eye view from your point of view. Okay, now, what can you do? You can make your own. Well, that's simple. Let's say you want to make an initiative camera. You set the board where you want it to be, and then you right-click on somewhere on the board, and you hit Save Cam. Go to Save Camera, then you go to number 5, and you hit that, and it's set. Now, sometimes you might get, depending on where the camera's at, you might have to, like right here, where this yellow line is. If that shows up, you got to get out of the yellow line and get that camera to work. But now, wherever you are, you just hit Shift 5, and it goes right to your camera. All right, simple enough. And again, if you forget anything, it's all in the notebook up here, and that's going to be a lot of fun for you to use. I suggest you use it a lot. I hope you had a lot of fun watching these videos, and I'll see you next time. Critical!